Back. Let's talk about Donald Trump and this Epstein files. The long-awaited release of the Jeffrey Epstein investigative files has taken a bizarre turn. Over the weekend, the U.S. Department of Justice (DOJ) temporarily removed 16 documents from the public release, most notably a photograph found in Epstein's desk showing President Donald Trump, while Deputy Attorney General Todd Blank, I think it's Blank insists the removal was strictly to protect potential victims and had nothing to do with the president. Democrats are calling it a White House cover up. The photo, now restored after public outcry, shows Trump in a white shirt with a group of women, including at least one in a bikini, with survivors slamming the files for being heavily redacted. Photoshop. The question remains, is this true transparency or a strategic edits? Let's hear your analysis on this one, sir.
Thank you very much. The truth of the matter is that what the public represented by the August Congress in the United States, what they are pushing for, simply from what you asked, is transparency and the truth and nothing but the absolute truth. That is what the public is asking for this time around. But you will understand that some of those redacted photographs, when they were first released, you saw former President Bill Clinton there, whose handlers have said that this is not about Bill Clinton, and that no matter how they try to deflect by releasing pictures of people like that, Michael Jackson, and so on and so forth, the British investor and billionaire Richard Branson, and so on and so forth. And everybody is suspicious of one thing, and that is the X factor here. Is somebody trying to protect someone who we don't really want to dignify at this point? I think this is what this is about. However, people too are suspecting that because of the semblance of not doing too well in the rating of the public, some of these things are so reasonably chaotic and confusing at this time. You release a piece of information on this. So, I mean, gather the files at a stage, and then you remove them, you redact them, and then you release them. Why the inconsistency? Who is trying to take the public for a ride? Who is trying to mess with the mental health stability of a everyday American? These are the issues. However, people think these are distractions from the classification, the extreme agenda of classifying more and more African countries on immigration, crushing stuff out there, making sure that numbers of people coming to the United States from the Black world is really, restricted extremely. That one is there. The war, which we were told would end within 24 hours of coming into office between Ukraine and Russia, is still going on. And there is this possibility that at some point, France or some other European countries may be developing, what's it called? Some warships, ocean-going vessels with nuclear capabilities and what have you, to further position to make Europe stronger in confronting the possibility of further Russian aggression. Because everybody that is a well seasoned student of world history will understand that all these attempts at appeasing the Russian strongman, Vladimir Putin, will not work. From the experience of the incursions that were made during the time of Adolf Hitler. Remember, the then British Prime Minister Chamberlain, saying, routing for peace at all cost. Peace at all cost. That did not in any way appease the aggression, unbridled aggression of the then German Chancellor Adolf Hitler, hence the Second World War. So everybody thinks trying to appease this man without letting him know that there are consequences for what he has done, the unprovoked war of attrition against Ukraine, would lead to further annexations, further invasions of and violations of other countries in Europe. So all these things are expected to be on the table to occupy the attention of President Donald Trump. But it seems to be playing everybody, that kind of distraction. And look at the escalation of the situation against Venezuela. Unverifiable claims of attacking narcotic ocean-going boats. Nobody could say if this is true or not, but from the body count so far, more than 100 people allegedly or suspects have been annihilated, have been taken out, killed. Some of them visibly, not in a position to do anything after being first attacked or initial attacks on them. And then people come out in violation of rule of engagement of the military, the standard of a military rule of engagement in America, to knock them out, kill them. People are raising all concerns about possibility of war crimes being committed. But take that to the macroeconomic realities of America, the stinging bite of the tariffs, the avoidable tariffs, the needless tariffs that were introduced to just announce Liberation Day in America. Since that agenda was foisted on all of us, have we all felt better? And you can't even rely on statistics coming from the government, what's it called, the data office these days about how this economy is performing. So, it looks like things are being padded, but the president looks at it otherwise. Last week, there was that primetime broadcast to the nation in which the president that had been out of office almost for a year now, former President Joe Biden, got blamed for the American economic nightmare. Not for once standing up to accept responsibility. And so when you look at everybody trying so hard, whether with the Department of Justice to release, remove, reduct, release, or you are looking at all these things that we have which we have bundled up in this round of analysis, you will understand that we are in for a long what's it called? For a long distance race. And 2026, barely a week away. What is it? It's signaling. It's a year for midterm election. So the blames have to be shifted, distractions, more and more of it will come. And God save all of us. Unless we are paying attention, I think we may be in for a long winter, a situation that will be so tiring, dreary, and draining on all of us. However, President Donald Trump should look at the implication of trying to make America a place only open for certain breed of people or certain race of people. God did not make a mistake in creating a world of rainbow colors: black, white, brown, yellow, all sorts of people. That is the beauty of God's creation. And for somebody So just want to really make sure that the door of opportunities or free movement all over the world is shut against certain group of people. It's just un-American. And I think Mr. Donald Trump can do better. Thank you very much. Hello?
Thank you so much for that analysis. All right, ladies and gentlemen, do us a favor, hit like, share, subscribe, follow, turn up your notifications, and join the conversation. We have some other trendy stories around the world. We'll be right back.